Welcome to another video here on the channel, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about the new updates work happening at the Skegness train station in the next year or so to transform it into a better station, because it does really need some updates. I've got my phone here and I've got all the info on. I'm just going to read out and then I'm going to talk to you what I think will benefit Skegness train station. Skegness railway station will benefit from over 3.3 million investment by East Midland Railway as a result of funding from the government's Town Deal Fund. East Midland Railway will work project in associated with the Town Deal to oversee the fund invest in Skegness, East Lindsey District Council and Network Rail. It will got the go-ahead in by the government in 2022. The improvement will start later this year. Now actually, it started on the 6th of November. I will be going there soon to do some filming and see what updates are happening with the works going on here for the channel. They're turning in one of the least used buildings back into use, into a new customer hub area and retail spaces. What I think I read in the plans, on another plan, that one of it going to be a pub, maybe a community cafe. Definitely needs it. It was announced in 2019 and in 2021 Skegness served 24.5 million in the Town Deal funding, and then it got the go-ahead in 2022 and it getting the go-ahead now. It will really benefit Skegness in my personal opinion. And also, I hope with all this work with Skegness, because Skegness is a very busy station, and in the summer it will help with the amount of people what go to Skegness. And with doing the work, I hope East Midlands Railway get new trains for the line, because it gets really overcrowded in between Nottingham and Skegness. And this year they did this trial thing with a replacement bus service from people who wanted to go to Skegness from Grantham direct to Skegness on a coach. If you ever drove to Skegness, it does take about an hour and a half. And I did a rail replacement bus once from Grantham to Skegness. It took forever. And also, when you're going from from Grantham to Skegness, it only takes an hour and a half, because it was a replacement bus service. If we had to go to Lancaster, then Sleaford, Heckington, Boston, Rainfleet, it just took for hours. I think I recall it took nearly 3 hours. And all the tiny Lincolnshire roads to get to some of these stations. Thank God it went direct from Grantham to Skegness. Try and get people on a coach this summer in the peaks times. What I recalled, it was a Monday and a Friday and a Saturday. They did it this year. It's good, but you're paying an expensive ticket price. What I recalled, the most cheapest ticket was between £15 and £20 to get to Skegness this year, and you paid that to get on a coach. Not that, and it takes longer. It's not great, and I think it was £15 with a rail card and about £20 to between £20 and £25 without a rail card. Because I looked on the ticket machine how much it was costing, and that is on the day. If they're booking in advance, you might get it a little bit cheaper. What I'd like to see is new, better trains. What can get more people on. If you look at like between York and Blackpool, and like York and Scarborough, and London and Weymouth, who are busy seaside lines. They've got night trains. About, I think the Blackpool to York one via Leeds is about a 5-cart train, and it's very spacious. And when I went on it in the peak of summer to Blackpool last year, the trains weren't overcrowded. You got a seat okay, with Skegness from in between Nottingham and Skegness, no chance. With living in Grantham for many years, you know, if you just want to go from like Grantham to Sleaford, you just have to get on an overcrowded train, and it's not great, in my opinion, for local people, like local people who need to go from Sleaford to Grantham, or Sleaford from Grantham to Bonifer, or Grantham to Bingham or Nottingham or something. Local people go around and, you know, go into Nottingham, do the shopping, or go to Sleaford. You live in Sleaford, you need to go too. And also you've got the school kids as well, who would commute on the train from, like, say Sleaford to Grantham to Collis or Seoul and that. You got them on at peak times. You got work people. It gets really crowded, and they're one train an hour in between Nottingham and Skegness. And I think in peak time they got about 4 platforms, and they only use 1 platform at Skegness. Why don't there bin more platforms into use and get a 2-train service hourly on the line in the peak time, say between March and the end of October, when all the holiday makers go in there. The worst time is July and August and the beginning of September, the summer holidays. But I say all year, maybe in between November and March, have it the way it was, but get more trains on, because, and then you can have 2 trains in either direction. And I think some people say, well, it's due to the signalling, the lines, and I say, and personally, Boston is another thing. I'd like some network rail to do a bit of work. And I think the government's money, what they're not spending on the HS, the high-speed 2 service between Manchester and Birmingham or Leeds, the money going towards other things up the north. I think update the poacher line from, say, Grantham to Skegness. It doesn't need to be electrified. The most work, I say, need to happen just on the suburbs of Boston, because it goes on to a single track for a bit. If they could up it to a 2-track, and then do that. If you can't, you can try and do something to make more trains go along the line. I think personally you can have more trains going along the line, spread them out perfectly. And it's not like in Lincolnshire you got that many stations, because when you go from between Boston and, say, Wainfleet, you got no stations for about a good 45 minutes on that, about 30 minutes. That would feel like an hour. Lincolnshire does need more stations. Then you just got Haven House, not really sure. Maybe a couple more trains there to spread out the service or something. And more platforms, and update the signal on the line, because getting a bit old, the signal on the line. They're still, in some part of the line, they're still using the old signals. And new platforms, update the platforms, get new benches, you know, just make it a nice place and a nice train line, so more people would like to go to Skegness. And I think Skegness station is alright, the way it linked up with the bus station, and then you can get off the bus, off the train, and you just walk around the thing, and you're in the bus station. You can get a bus to Ingermail, Chapel St Leonard's, Mablethorpe, Boston, Lincoln, and it very linked up. and it's a good thing. And I say the main thing is to update the trains, new trains, better for luggage as well. Because what East Midlands Railways have done, they did have them sprinters, but they've got taken them out of service, and they're putting these old trains from other operators, and they're not designed with Skegness passengers in mind, in my opinion. Got hardly no luggage space, because with them sprinters they did have a big massive luggage rack thing at the back of the train, so people can put their big massive luggage space going to Skegness. And when I got on a train last year from Clockton going to Bingham, my train pulled up, and it's just people putting luggage near the doorways, push stairs, and I struggled to get onto the train. I had to climb over this bag of luggage just to get on, and I don't think it's right. And they do try on East Midland Railway to limit the luggage allowance for customers, but it doesn't work. And it not, in my opinion, it shouldn't be the passengers. They should listen and get new trains and make it a more comfortable journey for people travelling on it, and also for local people. Why should local people have to suffer because of overcrowding, because they're not spending the money on the trains? They just put them old train operators, some trains what used to run on the lines in Scotland. They're not designed for a busy commuting route as well, and a seaside resort, like one of the busiest seaside resorts in the country. It's not designed like that. And I hope you enjoy this video and me giving you updates. I'm going to be doing more videos of this sort of transport related stuff, tube, Elizabeth line, trains, any sort of updates, buses. Might start having a go at buses, doing some bus videos local in Lincolnshire. I hope you enjoy this video. Until the next one, if you like more content and see all me updates of this little mini series, maybe about 5 to 4 videos throughout the next year of me giving updates about this works at Skegness, and what I'm thinking about doing also, maybe in the peak of summer next year, I'm going to go and do a video of travelling from, say, Grantham to Skegness on a busy Monday, and just document and show people on YouTube how bad it actually is, and just travel along the line for a day and just to document how bad it actually is, and hopefully get it out there. More people can watch it and say, yeah, that's very bad. I hope we will listen. Because they haven't announced they're getting new trains, and with the trains they got, they ain't going to solve the problems. Next summer it will be a replacement bus again, and why don't you can solve the problem is spending money on brand new trains what could last 20 to 30 years or even 40 years, because some of the trains in this country have done over 40 years of service. If they've got to be designed properly for the Skegness passengers in mind, and they've got to be comfortable, so everyone can go on a train to Skegness and have a happier journey. What I would like to see, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, is NNER doing some services in the in between, like, so we say in the summer, like say from London King's Cross to Skegness, and try and get more passengers. Like I bet you like a lot of people from the south, Essex, all down there, travel on train to Skegness, because you know they will be going to Butlins. Quite a lot of people go to Skegness because there are Butlins there, and if they can get a direct couple of trains a day from London to Skegness, like what they did to Blackpool from Euston, Aranti West Coast, it was Virgin at the time. They did a couple of services a day from London Euston to Blackpool, and I think very good idea. They did electrify the line from Preston to Blackpool just because it weren't a long distance, but I think you don't really need to electrify from Grantham to Skegness, because they can get some multiple units to go on diesel after Grantham. And I heard NNER are doing some tests. They have drove some trains in between Lincoln and Cleethorpes. They might be getting a service from carrying it on from Lincoln to Cleethorpes via Grimsby. I bet you it will stop at Market Raise and then maybe Barnaby and then Grimsby Town and Cleethorpes. It's good to expand the journey a little bit, but I think priorities on Skegness route, I say, because it's more needed. Because then you could put a 6-car Azuma or a 5-car Azuma, yeah, going from London to Skegness. Be perfect. And then there are no train operators operating to Skegness, because there are only one operator what serves Skegness. And nowadays most seaside resorts I've been to on the railways have 2 to 3 operators serving the terminus seaside station, like Sarbury have Transpennines and Northern, Blackpool, Northern, Avanti West Coast and Transpennine I think as well, and other places about the UK have multiple. Great Yarmouth, it goes Great Anglia, but at least with from Norwich to Great Yarmouth, you know, they have loads of trains throughout the day running back and forwards. I hope you enjoy this video. Please press the subscribe button for more updates.